Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name's Lumin and today we're back in Lost Ark to have a look at the Artist. Specifically, the Specialist class and the Artist Advanced class. This has been added to the game for everyone, free to play. You can jump in right now and check it out for yourself if you'd like, or you can watch this video and see what it's all about. So, the preview shows you that it has what I see as pretty much the coolest looking abilities in the game at the moment. Actually, some of the coolest looking abilities I've seen in any game of this type. It's just a really cool idea. It's fantastic. And that's saying something if you're comparing it to the other Lost Ark classes, because they are all about looking cool. They have flashy abilities, they make you feel like the star of the show all the time. That's what Lost Ark does. And I feel like on this class, it'll do it better than before. Anyway, watch the preview. I'll tell you about the class. The Artist is a versatile support that wields her brush to attack her foes or summon holy beasts by painting them. While it lacks in damage, her strength comes in the form of providing support to allies with various buffs and heals. You can see over here it's got a harmony meter. You can press Z to increase attack for party members, or you can press X to heal a single party member. So it's sort of a bit of both. It's just a overall all-round support. Then you can see over here on the basic info that it does lack a little bit in defense, but it makes up for it in the others. It's 2 stars out of 5 difficulty, which is the same as Warrior, I think. And overall, yeah, it just looks pretty cool. Now, we're going to start by looking at the story video, because it's always interesting. It's always kind of cool to see where they come from, what their history and lore is all about. We'll check that out, then we'll jump into customization, and then at the end we will do randomization. You will be able to skip through these using the timestamps. If you don't want to see any of them, you just want to skip to a specific part, find what you're looking for, leave satisfied, I recommend you do that right now. Do it. You can also find some links below that will help you read more about the class and the game. Let's jump in.
The land that defends the dawn, Remeria. After a coming-of-age ceremony, the Yaz use our power to commune with nature to refine various skills. Protecting this land is the duty of every Yaz. One day, the dark energy began to threaten our world, and the seal over Remeria was finally destroyed. How dare the Fallen step foot on the land of the living?
Young Yaz, do you know what lies beyond your borders? Beyond the dark curtain, where even darkness fears? Do you know what it is that you have sealed up in there?
The energy that flowed in through the door of Nar shattered reality. Brought the dark of night to this land once more. But your noble heart was not easily shaken.
No, I can't go back to that cold, lonely place. But you will soon find out how our world is changing.
The darkness that shrouded Remeria disappeared. But we still must wait for the light to return to this world once again. Go, my bright star. A new destiny awaits you.
Ominous, as always. I love it. Right, the customization. So those that haven't done Lost Ark's customization before, the way this works is you customize in the face for the most part. You get to change the skin color, which does obviously affect the whole body, but for the most part you customize in the face, and that's basically it. The body itself is locked to the class, and that's that. You don't get to modify that in any way, but they give you a huge amount of customization options for the face itself, and you can do a whole lot of different styles and stuff. And for real, the game's visual style, the crispness of the models, the amount that they have here on offer, it's awesome. I always enjoy looking at Lost Ark characters. First things first, however, the outfits. These are just previews of what you would find playing Artist. And honestly, these are pretty much peak Lost Ark. This is basically what Lost Ark is all about. These outfits right here. They're great. They're great. The game has cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Then you can look at some emotes over here. That's just to see your character in motion if you'd like to do that. Maybe once you've customized it. Then you can save your customizations and load them again if you'd like. And you can change the background just to see your character in different lighting as well. Right. With that out of the way, we're going to go for the basic one over here. Let's look at the presets. This gives you a good look at what's available. Honestly, this pretty much covers all the bases. Although they don't do things like tattoos or face markings or really all that much makeup with these, and you'll see that as we go through them. They do, however, still use pretty much all the other options here, and honestly, they look good. They look really, really, really good. They also give you a good look at the two main types of faces on this class. It's the ones with the nose and the ones without the nose. The noses and the no-noses. It's very anime, as you can see. The eyes are fantastic, wow. Like, I can't get over how nice the eyes look. They're pretty awesome. But I'm going to randomize at the end of the video, and honestly I think that that's probably the single best way to see what's available here. Presets are cool, we're going to go with the first one here, and then we'll jump into face customization. Now the faces, they're pretty important, because the face you pick obviously influences the options that you'll have to change. So if you pick one with bigger eyes and no nose, then you will have to customize that little stump over there and these massive orbs. So, yeah, I want to say think long and hard about which face you pick. There are, however, lots of options. They cover all the ethnicities, all the types. Yeah, wow. The eyes. Those eyes, man. You could quite literally get lost in them. We'll take the basic one for now. However, just know that, again, you know, if you move things around here, as an example, like the eye size, that's pretty small compared to the big eyes that you could pick on a different template. But you can see here what you can actually move around. So, yeah, if you want to customize it to its fullest, you're going to have to jump in here for yourself. And I will say that if you do pull all these sliders, like, to the extremes, you can do some funny stuff with the faces. Make them look a little weird or messed up or whatever, if that's something you want to do. But if you want to be safe, then just stick close to the middle as always. Eyebrows, you can move them up or down. That adds a nice expression to your face, basically. Angles. Cheeks. That's the upper cheek. And that's the one that's closer to the crow's feet over there. There's no crow's feet. Chin. That's the jawline. Let's make it smaller. And then that's the vertical positioning of the chin. Chin shape. That's the protrusion over there. That's actually the whole bottom of the face. And then the angle. The nose. Yeah, once again, keep in mind if you pick the no-nose face, you're going to have far less to do here. But whatever. That's the size overall. The vertical position. And then the protrusion. There you go. And then the mouth. You just have the position, basically. Quite a lot of movement here. Like, you can make your character look pretty derpy by putting it in the wrong place. Alright. That's it for the face options. Hair. Probably the coolest part of this whole system here. Although I do like the makeup and the eyes. The hair is still pretty fantastic. Now, there's no modular hair or anything like that here. The hair and the styles that they have here are pretty much set in the way that they are. But there are enough of them and enough different types of hairstyles that they've got all their bases covered. And once you start customizing the colors, you will see. And I think that what I'm going to do quickly is I'm actually going to select a different color over here, just so you can see what the two tones would look like here. It gives you a good idea of, like, basically the zones that you can customize on the hair. Now, it'll change a little bit. You'll see once I jump in and once I start moving these sliders around down here that there's actually a lot more to do. Maybe I should do that first before I go to the fullest here. But basically, what you can do here is you can... There are two main zones. There they are. So you can customize the colors on both separately. Then you can choose how much they blend together or how much they stay apart. And then you can also still just change the contrast and stuff on them to sort of blend them together at the end of it. And again, you can see sort of the zones on the hairstyles here. It's a pretty fantastic system. It's awesome in how much you can do with it. It gives you a lot of flexibility. And with full RGB colors, as you may have just seen I would use there, they don't really hold you back. And then there's a lot of hairstyles too. Yeah. A lot of hairstyles. Like, I'm not joking. There's a lot. They have long ones, they have short ones, they have braids, they have tails, they have buns. Everything. And I would actually really love it if anyone out there could tell me if these styles were all from other classes that already existed, or if any of these are new, because I cannot remember well enough from my previous video which ones specifically I had seen before. I know that some of these were in the game, if not most of these. But there might be new ones here that came with the artist, and that would be sick. I would personally think that that's a fantastic thing to do. It's cool to release some new customization options if you release a new class. But yeah, overall, there's a lot here. There's a lot here. And I think that picking something like this would give you a good look at how you can change things around. However, I need to show you the gloss quickly, and I don't think that shows very well on this style. Let's do it over here. For the gloss, we'll change the brightness. What this does is it just adds a glossiness to your hair, or it makes it matted. So if you add the glossiness, then you can add the extent of the gloss. It's just sort of a little bit on the top, or all over the hair. Or you can take it off entirely and have this like pure color. Then, if we change this back to something else, let's make it like blue. And we have the other one yellow. We can go back to here, and I can show you the way that these blends work. If you contrast them, it removes basically all the contrast from it. It looks a little washed out and whatever. But these ones, this is where the interesting stuff actually comes in. You get to pick how much of each of these you want to cover in that color, in the one color or the other. And it's quite cool because on certain styles, it allows you to do some pretty interesting stuff with it. Like, I'm pretty bad at moving these around myself, but like, as an example, you could do something like this on both of them. And on the different styles, different options are available. But it's kind of cool that you can have, like, you know, one whole half the one thing, one whole half the other. It's nice. There's a lot of, I think, fun stuff that you could end up doing with this. But yeah, that's the hair system. And again, the colors, you can pick pretty much everything. This, you know, you don't get to really fine tune it. You have the color and then you have the brightness, but honestly, it gives you more than enough. I would say it's more than enough to make something pretty cool looking. Next up, the eyes. And this actually helps with the eyes. I'll show you why in just a minute. You can change one eye or both eyes. So you can actually do them asymmetrically if you'd like. And we'll do that for the purposes of the video. Then you can change the iris size as well. So let's do the one eye first. We'll make the iris size maximum. Let's go through the options. Pick a slightly more interesting or exciting color here so we can see what they look like. Let's go for a yellow like we have in our hair. You can see over there on that one. It's a little hard to see, and I do wish they would let us zoom in even further. You know, because the game, I want to say, supports it. Like, these models are so high quality. They're so crisp and clear that there's actually a pentagram. That zooming in all the way and a star would look pretty great. Yeah, it would look great. There's a heart. I think I ended up picking like a gunky yellow color here, but it's whatever. It will serve. There's a lot of cool styles here. And you may have seen a bunch of these on the pre-made characters that we looked at. And for real, if you, like, too intimidated by this system, those pre-made characters they're awesome. So for this one, I'm actually going to go for the blue. And then for that one, go for the yellow. There you go. Look, you can make some pretty cool effects. I mean, this looks stupid as far as characters go, but you know, I'm just trying to show you what you can actually do with this system. I think the idea of it is cool. Better than the implementation that I went for here. I'm just trying to show you what you can actually do. Skin. Skin color is not full RGB, but there is a little bit to mess around with here. This is very much locked to the class, and I think it's probably, like, lore-wise, there's a reason for it. It's probably accurate. You can pick pretty dark colors. You can pick pretty light colors. Maybe lore-wise it means nothing. I don't know. I'm just guessing because it sort of looks like it fits. If you swing all the way around, you can see there are some bluer shades, some warmer ones. If you bring the brightness all the way down, you can go pretty dark. Yeah. It's alright. That's alright. I would not be able to get back to, like, the original. I'd have to cancel to get back to the one I had before, just because it's, like, kind of hard. But again, for the purpose of the video, let's pick something like this. Although, no. Let's take something sort of more neutral. Let's take this here. This one. Then you can set the wrinkles up. Now, this is Lost Ark. Okay? It's an Eastern game in its design. Yeah, good luck seeing the wrinkles. Okay? Good luck with that. I think if you make it darker, you might... Let's just have a look quickly. Let me just take the freckles and the shine off. Yeah, like, okay, good luck. There are no wrinkles on the artist, okay? It's like, I think there might be something like under the eyes appearing there, but I think I might just be crazy when I say that. I really have no idea. Like, yeah, again, good luck finding a wrinkle in this game anywhere, okay? Good luck with that. Now, move this back up. It's again a difficult one for that. The shine is just a nice, you know, healthy glow on your skin. And the freckles are exactly that. They're freckles. Looks good on some skin colors. Looks pretty terrible on others, as you can tell. But there you go. I think that looks quite nice. Makeup. Eyebrows. They consider eyebrows makeup. I think the eyebrows look nicer when you make the opacity higher. Then you can change the color as well, full RGB. Much like the hair that we were just doing. You cannot, however, do one eyebrow, one color, and one the other color. Very, very unfortunate. Eyes. There's some makeup around the eyes here. You can see you can change the color on this as well, and the opacity. Once again, no asymmetrical design, but still pretty cool. You do get to change like the one versus the other, as you can see there, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know what I've got with blue and yellow today. Maybe the Swedish flag has been burned into my mind somehow, and I'm just trying to recreate it constantly. I don't know. It's not the most appealing thing. No offense to the Swedes. But yeah, I don't know. Trying to paste that onto my Lost Ark character doesn't make all that much sense. Anyway, we're going to go with it. I'm rolling with it. I'm committed now, so we're going to stick with it. Let's change the opacity a little bit on both of them. It's too much. There we go. Tattoos. Wait, no, I didn't look at all of them, did I? Blush. Right, so the blush, if I make it a darker color, at least you can see it nicely. They basically have different blush zones, and that's about it. And then you can change the intensity, which is the opacity of the blush. It's cool. It's cool. Again, the intensity just makes it brighter or dimmer. Lips. This is pretty self-explanatory. I'll make them blue. Not amazing. Their lipstick showing. There are some interesting designs here, but not amazing. It's just alright, I would say. But yeah, you can once again change the opacity on it as well. And then tattoos. Now they have a few different types of tattoos. So basic fixed. These are the basic designs. Fixed in position, but you can change the color. As you can see over here. And there's some pretty cool stuff here, for sure. Like, it's okay. But then, the fixed plus is like the full face design. And what this does is it paints your face. You can see the face has been painted here. And it adds, you know, full color designs onto it. You don't get to change anything about this. Nothing. There's nothing to change. You can't change the colors on it. You can't change the opacity. There's the orc face. You don't change anything. It's pretty cool though. And I think that some of these could probably lead to making some pretty interesting characters. These, however, I am almost certain are on all the classes. Like these. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same, like if you have the same ones, but these are, for the most part, on all the classes. Then you have basic move-in tattoos. These actually give you customization options on them. There's little pictures there. Okay, and if you change the width and the height, it's... Is it gonna... Here's the tattoo. There you go. Gives you a better look at what you got there. There's a crescent, scorpion. You have to change it again. Okay. Like, I don't even know what that is. It's like a sword. There's some, like, interesting designs, some boring designs, some designs. And you can move them around. Like, if you pick one that you like, and then you move it around. Like, we can probably really recreate the Swedish flag here. I'm not even joking. Then you can rotate it. It's obviously carefully curated so that you don't make any, like, lewd designs here. So, like, you can't combine different ones together here. That one you can barely see over there. Which is, let's be real, for the best. This one you can also barely see. It's just a little dot. And then you have Move In Plus. These are ones that you can just move, but you can't change the colors of. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a basic system, but honestly, they give you enough with it to, let's say, warrant its inclusion. Alright? Basic system, but there's enough here. I think it's pretty cool that you can change the size and then rotate and sort of, you can obviously reverse it as well. You can make nice stuff. Like, for instance, that cross that I had there. I mean, I'm going to be real with you guys. That actually looked kind of cool. Yeah? It actually looked kind of cool. Actually looked kind of cool. There you go. It matches the absurdity of the design of this character. Then, our final step. Voices. I'm going to stop talking and let you listen to them. Yeah, so that's pretty much the extent of what you're going to hear of your character's voice in the game anyway, so there you go. Those are the choices, and that brings us to the end of the customization options. I will save my beautiful character here on slot 1 and show you what it looks like, well, on slot 0 technically. And yeah, if you've customized everything, you can come back here and see what it looks like on the different armor sets. And then you can randomize, and that's actually the final thing that I want to do. I want to show you what you can actually get from randomization. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Like, a lot of cool stuff. For real. Like, I said that these were good, but I did mention that randomization is better. You get some really, really cool stuff here. Like, really cool stuff. You must understand, there are a bunch of options here. And they... I mean, come on. It's got scorpions picking her nose. And she's got different colored eyes and everything. They just let rip with it. Like, they change everything. All of it. It's completely random. And I love that about this system. Like, there are few games that do randomization as well, in my opinion, as Lost Ark. They just let the system run free. And they don't care about, like, what it's going to do with your character. The one thing I will say that doesn't really, like, change all that much is the facial structure. But I feel like you get enough changes with the other stuff for it to be, like, a no problemo, you know? So yeah, this is really cool. Again, there's a bunch of cool options that you can mess with here to make some pretty cool looking characters. And that is something you can say about all the Lost Ark classes. It's not just the artist that's as cool as this. They're all as cool as this. Jump in, check them out. And that does bring us to the end of this video. If you have played the artist, I'd love to hear what your impressions are. I had actually seen the artist when I started playing Lost Ark, and it was the one class that I was really interested in. It was the one class that could have potentially brought me back to the game, I'd say. It looked really fun. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you made any cool characters, I'd love to hear about that as well. But you can, as always, check back here soon for more. You can give this video a like and share it and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly, happy creating those characters in Lost Ark. Happy that.